Hello, fellow pikemen and halberdiers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld: The Darkest Ages. Episode 24. One per week. That's the law. Proximity detector is now done. What anomalous research to do next? We have bioferrite extraction or electro harvester. And if you're wondering, the electro harvester is like medieval themed. So there is such a thing. Although I think the mod is like, no, here it is. Here's a proximity detector. Right? It's just a medieval styled. Can these be uninstalled and moved? That is my next question. Maybe the case, maybe I'll put it here. This being the main gate. Bioferrite extraction is the popular choice, so I'll start that, but I'll give you 2.5 minutes to vote to confirm anyway. Oh, you came with a short bow. That's not a bad... Oh, that's your old weapon. Never mind. Now that almost everyone's wounds are healed, I can lift the zoning restrictions as well so that we can start cutting trees down outside. This steel vein just keeps going, doesn't it? Alright, stop mining it. We have better things to do. More important things to do. So I don't think we've done any forestry cutting in a long time. I'm hoping a lot of those trees are fully matured now. Alright, there you go, Mr. Unnamed. That's your bow. I might want to change the crematorium's zoning back to the way it was. I feel like we're spending a lot of time cremating when we shouldn't be. And I just need another crematorium. I just need one down here. I might just plop one here and anyway. Okay, bioferrite. Oh, no, that was, that was the raffle timer. So the first one I'm going to raffle is the human. Mildew. Seymour Mildew. Seymour Major Mildew. Maybe I'll call you Major. Which is a name of irony, given that you have 0 combat skills. But if you want to be named Mildew, just let me know. And then the dog is... Oh boy, that's a name. Terminal Serenity. I will name you Serenity, unless you want me to rename you. For dog, Serenity is preferable than Terminal. Yeah. I would agree. The actual heavy bridge is nearly done. And then we just need the walls, which is a not too expensive piece of the project, and roof it up, and we're done with that one. It took a lot longer than I thought it would. And Krieg and MP24, thank you for the resubs. Yeah, it took me a lot longer than I thought, but that's some of that was just like I had a lot of murder to do, so you know, a lot of self-defense, I should say. So I was busy. Yes. I still don't really have a ranch in the base. It was one of the pulled options that I was gonna, I will add. So ranch is on there now. Next time I pull for priority. I just don't want to leave this fire bridge 90% done and then pause it. Because it's so close to being functional. Might as well just finish it. Alright, all the longswords are done. Wait a minute. I feel like I'm missing one. I said to make 3, correct? Oh, maybe the other one was so low quality it didn't even get into the normal plus. Oh no, there's an excellent one. Awesome. It just looked like a short sword. So the DPS of this one is 10 1/3 with 40 pen. And his axe is better. So Dizzy, you'll take this instead. Obsidian is a superior material for a weapon than steel, so that doesn't surprise me. Puppy, how are you doing? You fully know how to guard. Ah, what a good boy. Girl. What a good girl. With some of the excess stone that I've got, one thing I wanted to do was to walking tile up around the map. Just so that we can traverse around where we work and live faster. As I explained, it is a matter of self-defense, right? Being able to muster quickly is important. So I'm going to continue that. It's a lot of stone, but I think it's a benefit. I am going to disallow sowing for everything. I think we need to spend more time cutting on trees. We have a lot of wood now, but we go through it so quickly, you know. Building up a strategic stockpile of like 5,000 honestly doesn't sound like a bad idea to me. But allowing all those trees to grow on our island that yielded about 2,000 wood was awesome. That was the right call, I think. Wow, we really have 0. For prosthetics, we are about 5th, or not? Yeah, thereabouts. Weaponsmith coming. Ooh, there might be. Well, I did just spend all our silver on the Warhound, so maybe that won't work. I could sell them old weapons. Weapons in RimWorld have terrible resale values, though. So even if they want to buy them, it's going to make me, like, 30 silver. Let's see. I predicted 30. I could sell pemmican. Was I right at 30? Oh, no, I'm not right. I'm already making more than 30. Well, 95. I wasn't that far off in the orders of magnitude. So the red tier. Do they even have weapons I would want? Not really. I mean... yeah, not really anyway. So I'll just take their money. So I'm going to sell the, like, the addictive drugs. And... maybe because I want silver, I'll part with a lot of our pemmican, because I can just make more pemmican. It's not a big deal. So I'll part with most of our pemmican, knowing I can just hunt for more. The reason I didn't go for the throwing axe is, throwing axes are good for, like, berserkers. They don't make for ideal melee weapons, and they don't make for good ideal melee ranged weapons. They're sort of like in between, kind of like a pila. But, like, you might as well just have designated roles of melee and range, rather than someone that does both worse. Or at least that's my opinion, which is why I nixed the, using it. So I'm going to roof up this here, just because there's a torch for light. So it's not dark. Well, it's a little dark. It's slightly illuminated in this area as we tile it all up. It was nice of them to stop by. I don't mind the extra 1,000 silver. And let's start replacing our pemmican. So with the hunting that I just queued up, we'll turn... you know what? We have about 1,500 corn. We're fine on corn. So yeah, we'll replant rice in place of the corn, just to make sure that we're fine throughout the winter for veg. But we're 2/3 through summer already, so I don't want to overinvest. The bridge is ready for the final touch. So it requires about 700 more stone. Yeah. 760 more granite. We're at 140. And we have a little bit more road tiling to do. Which I'm not going to continue until the bridge is done. Have we had any guests yet? No. I have no proper lodging. It's worth reminding people that I work on the priority that you guys vote on. Mostly because, one, I want viewer feedback, and two, if I did a little bit of everything, I would get nothing done. So I work on one thing at a time for the most part. Unless it's like a really small side project that I can bang out in a minute. And guest lodging is... It was offered. So as far as power goes, I do have this proximity detector that is unpowered. As far as power goes, I believe in the mod that modifies Anomaly for power, there is methods to make power within the research tree, like bioferrite generator. So if I want to power these things up, I'm going to need a bioferrite generator. So there's eventually going to be a way for us to have detectors that function. I guess I'll just uninstall it for now so it's not annoying. But that could be a future project. How do the chemical tiles? What do you mean? Hold on 1 second. Alchemy... floor tiles? I'm not sure what you mean. Compared to wooden or straw? Oh, you mean chem drench? Oh, okay. Their flammability is 150%. And I think they're coded in a way where it's supposed to ignite all adjacent immediately. So they're the same flammability as straw matting, but it ignites and spreads rapidly in all connecting areas. So basically it's like, think of it as like a fuse or something. Like a fuse. So it's like straw matting plus. I'm being warned it's getting colder. I think by August 15th, I'll put the hearth back. Oh, good. Yay. Rainy fight. Like I haven't been through those. At least I've recovered physically from the last time I had to do a rainy fight. Given that it's already raining, I'm just going to stand in front of the guns. No, maybe not. Maybe I'll have my brawlers in position to fall back and to put my shooters up here. So as we established, trigger-happy traits, there's no benefit for trigger-happy people to be on the manned gun. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Shoot. Stay there. And Serenity. I think I'm actually going to zone you into bed rest. Because you're not a fully trained warhound yet. So don't follow me in here. Plus, it's like zombies, so I'm not even really sure it'd be helpful. Straighters still here? No, they were dismissed. Yo, Avaka, shoot at the closer ones. I'm actually going to sally out for this one so that we can hold the line a little bit longer. Because I don't need to give up my guns for like a single shambler. Actually, you know what? I'm going to hold the line continually. Let's hold here. Some of them are taking this path, but that's not going to take them anywhere. They're not a threat. You know, I am actually interested in how Serenity fares in combat. So Serenity, sorry for waffling, but come on back, join us. Nice that they line up on the bridge to be killed? Yeah, well, it's like a pathing thing, right? Shallow water sucks, so they're prioritizing bridge over shallow water, and I'm using that knowledge to my advantage, driving them towards the bridge and just, like, slaying them relentlessly. And we've barely taken damage. I mean, we've gotten scratched like 4 times. Oh, that's not good. I was hoping to do is to create a proper... Oh, okay, never mind, it's not gonna work. There we go. They're not choosing not to step there, that works for me. Cleanup's gonna be a little rotten here, but apart from that, this is awesome. I do hear Serenity fighting something. Okay, so a zombie, or Shambler rather, did break this door down and get to the hospital. So we'll see how she handles Shamblers. Whether she's going to be like actually useful in the long run in combat, or is she just like a glorified hauler. You won, but like, not well. So, go rest in your bed and we'll tend to you. And in fact, let's get a dedicated animal bed. Okay. Lilin, you're injured. You should be in the hospital. Avalka, can you clean up all the... Well, actually, Serenity's actively bleeding, so that's not super helpful. Doing some tendings. And then back to the bridge project. Oh, train to attack. Fully done. Well, Serenity's pretty tanky, but like, pretty low damage. Are you gonna... Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Stop, 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 stop. Ah, okay. I love how, like, I had the presence of mind to be like, yeah, it's probably not safe to work there. And then the game was like, ha ha, too late. God damn it. All right, you, friend, shall not be allowed to be on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the allowable zone not include the island, and then island restrict him. Because I don't need more lung rot. So we should just have the healthy people, like Ginger, keep cremating the bodies so that we don't end up with health problems. Of course. Probably don't need super high priority bed rest. Yeah, that was... So I guess with the stone that we're quarrying up, we might as well finish the walkway, because we're kind of corpse blocked here until the corpses are processed. Yeah, the bridge project will take till end of stream. Just one of them things, right? Okay, that's not safe. I'm gonna forbid the corpses here, here, and here, so that we can cremate the correct corpses first, meaning the ones that are most dangerous to our health. I also am going to start regrowing haygrass, because the first batch of haygrass that we grew, which is the primary component of the chem drench, is all, like, rotting. And we're gonna not have the ability to make more chem drench stuff if I don't seasonally plant hay. Because it's all going. The last 200 are probably about to disappear. Okay, these, the fully skeletal corpses aren't lung rot risk. So I'm gonna create a new zone here called this close. So the island zone is actually gonna be the island. Like, the close zone is gonna be like island plus bridges. Because you're close enough to being behind their walls that you're probably not going to die if you are in that spot. So the brawlers will be restricted to close, but not island. And that means that they'll be able to help with the walls. It would be interesting if RimWorld allowed you to make the detect the difference of a fully desiccated corpse and a rotting corpse. Because a fully desiccated corpse, like if I was to play with Anomaly properly and allow my pawns to use like shambler resurrection and dead life dust and stuff like that. Fully desiccated corpses are a 0 risk for lung rot. They're not actively rotting. It's not going to get you sick. But RimWorld, in as far as crematoriums go, there is no like rotted. There's no rotting and rotted. There's just rot tin. I didn't explain it very well, but I wish there was a way to tell the difference for hauling and zoning purposes if you do want to use corpses for defenses or whatever. So we managed to finish our walkway. Well, mostly the northern half. And we're pretty close to being done with the bridge. Just 300 more granite. You understood the explanation? Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sleep deprived and I've got like sick brain. So sorry if it makes less than usual sense. I'm not gonna roof this area up until the walls are done, so we don't have to work in the dark. But I am eager to see the chem drench working. Even in that last attack, I could sense that there was an advantage because if I had people in the right spots, we could have chem drenched the shamblers. They were standing on the chem drench willingly. I didn't even lure them there. Don't say that, because Cathanon might be listening. Yeah, I'm sure there might already be a mod like that, too. Chemdrench sounds like a not safe for work term. Mayhaps. Oh, can you please? How many arrows is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... So like 13 or so enemies? Yeah, it's a little cheese that even in the... Fog of War. Do I have a... So, Guitar Lilin is a fast walker. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lure. Lilin, you are going to go shoot at them. You do have a shooting of 11. And everyone else is going to, like, just wait for you to bring them. I hope there's no joggers. I'll once I have a line of sight on them, I'll try to identify the joggers. Alright, everyone else, what I want you to do is, like, actually just hang out. Just, stay inside until we're ready. Because it's a bit of a run, right? It's not like I won't be able to get to the defenses in time. Too bad that this project wasn't actually finished, because it would have been cool to just like chem drench burn them as a prototype test. Time to cheese it. So the ones in armor, I don't really care if they're joggers or not, because they're already gonna be too slow. So like they're a jogger, for instance, but they likely don't even move very quickly because of that armor. Yep. So 4.6, they're functional 3.6 because of the weaponry that they hold. Not jogging. There is the numbers mod that can do this for you too, to like sort by. Yeah, I don't see anyone that moves all that fast. So then I just need to make sure they don't get close to me. Some of them look pretty dangerous though, like Cooper here with his like, well, that's a scythe, so maybe the scythe's not so scary. Some of them have, like... Oh, really? You got hurt. Was it to your leg? Oh, for the love of... Alright. Now, here's the thing. As long as I have, shooters here, it will still work to lure them to my base. Because I can, as they approach, I shoot at them, and then I bring them to the defenses. So I'll take that approach instead. I was hoping to control it a little bit better. And Serenity, you sort of proved to me that, like, you should be inside. So, I need the hauling help more than I need the biting help, so go haul. So I have McGee and Ivalka, who are my trigger happies, with the big bows, ready to shred. I don't want to venture too far from the walls, though. Just trying to get a line of sight. There we go. So if they see me and I see them, then I know they're coming for me, which is exactly what we're aiming for. So everyone else is going to go to the gates. I love it. Someone stuck a water bottle propping open our door. Wasn't that, well, okay, Watergate wasn't a water bottle, but similar-ish. Watergate was like a duct tape door, if I recall. Something like that. Okay, so they're being shot at. They know we're here. We're actively luring them. And there's 15 in total. That's not too bad. I would have really liked to finish my defenses first, but whatever. If they're gonna, like, walk on me on the bridge, what is this? Yeah, let's just hold the bridge like we did with the zombies. Now, the polearm and armored ones are a little bit more dangerous, but they're still being outnumbered. Was that a one-shot? No, but nearly. Yeah, let's be honest, that was a one-shot. Sorry, Diz. It is a cursed colony. No joke. We won, but at cost. So he took a 24-point shot to the neck. Steel plate, through steel plate armor, through rhino leather button-down shirt, and was basically immediately fatal. The attacker was this guy, using a steel halberd, which honestly is not a very good weapon. Melee DPS per second 4. So it was just an edge cut 18, rolled high as a crit. Or maybe a point stab. Rolled high as a crit. Didn't mitigate through the armor and basically severed his head. Of course. Well, Ivalka, you are leader. So, go bury. And then we'll have a just requiem. The tomb grows by one. Someday we'll have a proper mausoleum, not wooden above ground caskets. But it was a good requiem. And yeah, it didn't last long. Moral of the story, When someone asks you to join the Dread Fort, don't. Alright. I'm going to go a little over time in hopes of finishing the current bridge project. I felt so good about the defenses. We were slicing them up. We were having no problems at all. And then, of course, one shot. Yeah, I get it is better. Oops, I needed to. It is better than living in the Dread Forest. That much I can say. And the backstory of this, of course, is we were charged with this as our as a thing we were required to do. So it's not like we had much of a choice. We can't like leave. Bound by imperial law to see this project through. You think you just hide in your room? Well, some have, to be fair. There has been a fair portion of just, let's hide in our room and do nothing. Yeah, the attack that killed him was just it was like a max damage, you know, probably stab that mitigated full armor. That's the only way to do it, because it was at most a 24 point attack. And he had a shirt and armor both covering the neck, which is as much coverage as we can get, I think, except for maybe the full sallet might be more. Let's see. I'm curious if there was much I could do about this. So the heavy plate does not cover neck. Yeah. So that was basically, short of rolling for higher quality armor, that was the most amount of armor that I could really given him. And he had a rhino leather shirt too, which is not inconsequential. So good steel armor, rhino leather shirt, cut through both. That's how it goes. I'm not going to steal the longsword though. Buried with honors. Honors being not stripped of your gear. Lynxes, I'm not too worried about. I'm not gonna, preemptively hunt the lynx. Yeah, sort of like a 2% fail chance surgery. Not even, I would say. I mean, I think there was more... Well, here's the thing, is there's a lot of different body parts that enemy could have stabbed that would not have been that problematic. Like legs, arms, torso, just generalized torso. But I got stabbed in the one spot you really don't want to, which is the neck. And there we go. We got bioferrite extraction. So next stream, I can pull about the Anomaly research projects. And we finished... Well, okay, we didn't finish the Arquebus's section of the defense. We finished everything else of the defense. So I owe some Arquebus building, but we have one bridge. And at this point, what we would do is we would remove this section of the defenses and remove the bridge and only have this bridge. This is the only method of crossing, so that raiders don't use the non-trapped bridge. And well, that brings me to the end of the stream. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld: The Darkest Ages, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow knights.